The gates of the Grand Line have opened. Luffy and the Straw Hat crew are stepping into a route where real pirates are tested, rules don't apply, and fate can change at any moment. Today, we're diving into what awaits us in Season 2 of One Piece. New islands, new allies, new enemies? From the echoes of Loguetown's history to the impossible currents of Reverse Mountain. From the giant legends of Little Garden to the heartbreaking chill of Drum Island, every corner brings a brand new story. We'll get into all of that in a moment, but before we dive into the details, I need to say this. If you want more One Piece videos like this, make sure this one hits 3,000 likes so I know you're enjoying the series and I'll keep making more. All right, let's begin. Season 2 is officially titled Into the Grand Line, and the foundational adventure of Season 1 now shifts into a journey driven by bigger risks, a wilder world, and tougher enemies. This evolution isn't just about larger sets and crazier creatures. It marks a phase where the crew is truly tested on survival and growth. This route is designed to give viewers the feeling of no rules and anything can happen. Meaning Luffy and friends aren't just trying to become pirates, they must now adapt to the Paddots. Unpredictable nature of the Grand Line itself. Loguetown returns to the story as the gateway to the Grand Line. In the series, it's the city where Pirate King Gold D. Roger was executed, a moment with massive historical resonance. The live action keeps that same energy. It's both a starting point and a moment of reckoning for the crew. Here the show will directly connect Luffy's motivation with Roger's myth, pushing the question, who am I? And why did I set out to sea? At the same time, we'll see Roronoa, Zoro, and Sanji highlight their pride and honor as warriors, while Nami strengthens her role as the crew's strategist and voice of reason. Loguetown serves as a checkpoint that tells viewers this journey is serious now, while testing the crew's unity, identity, and resolve. And here it is, the true entry moment, Reverse Mountain and Twin Cape. The ocean flows upward, waves collide violently, and nature follows its own rhythm in live action. This sequence will be a full-blown VFX showcase. In this moment, the crew isn't just facing a geographical challenge. They're being tested on their promise, their bond, and the oaths they've made. This stretch also introduces Laboon, the massive whale, and the emotional bond the crew forms with him. We'll likely meet Crocus too, the calm, logical voice who shows that intelligence is just as important as strength in navigating the Grand Line. These scenes will send a clear message. This is a different world now. Nature is untamed, enemies are unpredictable, and the balance of the crew becomes more important than ever. Whisky Peak becomes the first true social test for the Straw Hats. Surrounded by cactus-shaped mountains, the town welcomes pirates with open arms but soon drags them into schemes and power games. Netflix's preview describes it as greet with applause, hide the dagger, perfectly capturing the vibe. This setting is ideal for showcasing Zoro's sharp instincts and testing Luffy's judgment on who to trust. Here the crew will feel the Grand Line's shifting social winds for the first time. Enemies aren't just strong, they're deceitful. It sends a message to viewers. Being a pirate isn't enough. You need to think smart too. The arc ramps up the pacing, warm on the surface, but danger lurking beneath. Little Garden will be one of the show's most epic and visually spectacular stops. In a prehistoric landscape where giants and dinosaurs still roam, volcanoes erupt every hour, and massive beasts stalk the land, the VFX team has a real challenge on their hands, but if done well, it will perfectly highlight the crew's small but stubborn spirit against a towering backdrop. This arc could be a major turning point for Usopp. His courage and resourcefulness are tested, proving that fighting giants isn't just about strength, but also wits. Little Garden tells the audience loud and clear, this is no longer child's play. The scale is huge, danger is real. And the Straw Hats are staring destiny in the face. Drum Island stands out as one of the season's emotional pillars. Known as the land of eternal winter, the island is covered in snow, mist, and icy cliffs, a setting that challenges the crew both physically and emotionally. Here, the Straw Hats rediscover solidarity, loyalty, and the commitment to never leave anyone behind. According to production notes, the island's medical culture and harsh environment will highlight the character's vulnerability even more. Drum Island becomes more than just a stop, it transforms the crew on an emotional level. And of course, when you mention Drum Island, the first name that comes to mind is Tony Chopper. One of the biggest questions surrounding the live-action adaptation is how Chopper will be portrayed. He carries both comedic and tragic tones, and his constantly shifting forms make him a major VFX challenge. Netflix has confirmed they'll maintain Chopper's pure, curious, loving nature while also pushing him to grow against the harsh reality of the Grand Line. Chopper isn't just a cute mascot. He's the heart of the Straw Hat crew, embodying compassion, healing, and hope. Chopper's story reinforces one of One Piece's core themes, chosen family. Drum Island brings this to life beautifully, exploring Chopper's past, his search for acceptance, and his journey to understand people beyond medicine. This helps us see why Luffy and the crew open their arms to him. The live action is expected to preserve this emotional lens. Chopper isn't just a new recruit, he adds a new soul to the group. The Grand Line's impact on the crew isn't only physical. Early previews from Netflix mention blizzards, erupting volcanoes, deceptive harbors, and massive creatures, all contributing to moments where the Straw Hats must make difficult decisions. This puts Luffy's "I'll do anything for my friends" mantra to a harsh test. Meanwhile, Zoro's loyalty, Nami's strategy, and Sanji's ideals become more visible than ever. The Grand Line forces each member to face their fears, strengths, and goals. Another major theme is promises and keeping them. Promising Laboon they'll return, taking responsibility for medical needs on Drum Island, navigating trust at Whisky Peak, discovering courage on Little Garden, all drive home a core lesson. Surviving the Grand Line requires not just strength, but character. Because of this, the rising tension of the season feels completely natural. Danger is growing, the world is wilder, and trust within the crew becomes essential. Season 2 isn't just a bigger adventure, it's about deeper bonds. Among all these stops, one of the biggest changes is that the Straw Hat crew begins to operate like a true family. In Season 1, each character was introduced through their own story. But now, they act as a team, making decisions together, sharing responsibility, and growing as one. The Grand Line isn't just a path on a map, it's a journey of emotional and personal transformation. You'll see this clearly as they face harsh climates and enemies always holding on to each other. The Grand Line's chaotic nature, its shifting landscapes, harsh weather, and unusual creatures brings new visual and tonal energy to the story. From the reversed currents of Reverse Mountain to the icy cliffs of Drum Island, from Little Garden's dinosaur-filled jungles to Whisky Peak's deceptive hospitality, each step brings a new aesthetic. In live action, this variation will make the world feel massive and endless. It constantly delivers the feeling that anything can happen at any time. The season's rhythm shifts from the origin adventure feeling toward themes of survival and rising. In Season 1, the focus was on the crew meeting, building trust, and laying the foundation for Luffy's dream. But now things get serious. Enemies are stronger, nature is harsher, and personal limits are more defined. Grand Line becomes an arena testing Luffy's determination and leadership, Zoro's loyalty, Sanji's ideals, and Usopp's courage. This gives Season 2 not only visual depth, but dramatic weight as well. Throughout the season, the crew will face both large-scale and more intimate enemies. The hidden masterminds of Whisky Peak, the wilderness of Little Garden, and the emotional wounds of Drum Island all introduce different forms of conflict. This variety enriches fight choreography while showcasing each character's strengths. Zoro's swordsmanship, Luffy's intuition, Nami's navigation, Sanji's kicks each shines in different ways. The core question becomes, how will the crew stay together? According to Netflix, the season will highlight creative fight choreography. Zoro's three-sword style, Sanji's acrobatic kicks, and Luffy's Gomu Gomu abilities will be showcased in new, inventive ways under Grand Line's ruleless conditions. This also means VFX will support the rhythm and spectacle of battles. The Grand Line is an arena where weapons, strategy, and improvisation all matter. Every fight demands more than raw power. It requires intelligence, teamwork, and instinct. Each stop in the Grand Line acts as a symbol of the crew's connection to their past and future. Drum Island especially places healing at center stage, proving that strength isn't only physical, it also comes from compassion. Combined with Chopper's medical abilities and Luffy's openness, the live action strengthens the emotional foundation of the show. Viewers will clearly see what the Straw Hats are willing to risk for each other. Season 2 also expands the world building. With characters like Crocus, we'll get a deeper look into the medical, logistical, and even political aspects of the Grand Line. One Piece becomes more than just battles. It becomes a layered universe filled with trade, medicine, history, and maritime culture. As the season goes on, new factions, rules, and threats will emerge, keeping the story full of surprises. The season will also offer important hints about the crew's future. The promises made in Loguetown, the bonds formed at Reverse Mountain, and the emotional ties built at Drum Island lay the groundwork for much bigger story arcs ahead. Essentially, this season acts as a strategic bridge connecting the echoes of the past with the shadows of the future. When all these pieces come together, Into the Grand Line becomes more than just a second season. It becomes the true beginning of the One Piece live-action adaptation. Building on the strong foundation of Season 1, this season expands action, exploration, and emotional depth all at once. From production design to choreography, from character arcs to thematic layers, everything grows. And after Season 1's worldwide success, Netflix is clearly scaling up the vision. The gates of the Grand Line are open, and the Straw Hats' journey is about to get more exciting than ever. We'll be following this adventure every step of the way. So tell me, what are you most excited to see in Season 2? Chopper's arrival, giants and dinosaurs in Little Garden, or the historical showdown in Loguetown? Be sure to drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's theorize together. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future episodes. As always, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.